you have the overcoming objection cycle, and I want to add one more thing that all the top salesmen are doing. So you have the overcoming objection cycle. You receive the objection, whatever it is, and when I'm referring to this is after price. The way that you handle objections before price is a little bit different. But after price, overcoming objection cycle, this is like the last half of the sale, right? The first step is neutralize, and then you transition, and then you add value, and then you close. So the neutralizing is, sure, I understand, of course. The idea is you're not necessarily agreeing with them, right? But it's not disagreeing with them. It's just you're neutralizing whatever they're saying. And the transition, the idea is to make it smooth so that whatever they're saying, you can go build on it to go add value. So transition statement of course, and then definitely think about it. Something you're going to love, so definitely think about it. Something you're going to love is a transition, right? And then you go into the add value. When I come out, I have to power treat 3 feet up and 3 feet out, run the entire foundation of the home. Now that's the adding value, right? And then the close is whatever you want to go include for free or help them understand that you're giving for free or whatever it is. I typically like to go do something like that, where your goal isn't saying, normally this is extra price. Your goal is just saying, I want you to understand that this is included, this is free. So look, if you give me a shot, I'll do the back deck completely for free. Does that work? Right? So neutralize, of course. So let's say that their objection is, I just need to think about it. Neutralize, of course. And then the transition is definitely think about it. Something you're going to love. And then you go into the add value, foundation of the home. And then it's the only way to keep ants, centipedes, things like that from getting inside. And then your close is, tell you what, you guys have a deck in the back, right? Awesome. Is it wooden? I'll take care of that for free for the carpenter bees and the wasps. So that's the close, and then you just go through that cycle. Now, here it is. You ready? The one thing that a lot of the top performing reps do that I've noticed is within the transition, you have a transition statement and you have a transition question. And that question is what gets a lot more engagement with the customer. And you can use all kinds of different questions. So if they say, I'm not seeing anything, then you say, of course. And then you can use a version of a question of, and you can say, of course, like it's obviously it's early in the season. And then I would ask the question, how long have you lived around here? Right? Or something of the sort. Now, what that does is it allows me to change how I'm going to go pitch and add value. So I say, of course, obviously it's early in the season, so you shouldn't be seeing a ton. How long have y'all lived around here? They say 6 months. Okay. So, or they say, yeah, like I moved in September. Okay, cool. So obviously you haven't quite been here for the summer yet. And then you go into it and you're going to go tell them about the bugs that they're about to go see. Right? You can also ask another question with it is, which I like to go do is just like a side comment. It's like, yeah, of course. Like how long have you guys lived around here? They say 6 months. Cool. Where'd you guys move from before? Soften my voice to ask them that question because it's a side comment. It's not part of the regular conversation, right? Like, oh, we moved from Florida. Like, okay, cool. Well, obviously, palmetto bugs aren't nearly as bad as they are down there. But let me tell you kind of what you're going to go get in this area. And then you transition. Now, let's say that they've been there for 25 years. So not seeing anything, of course. It's pretty early in the season. Now, the next question, how long have y'all lived around here? They say 25 years. It's like, okay, so you guys are new to the area. Now, what does that do? It just changes the pattern, right? And so they think, and so like, no, did you not hear me? And then I just chuckle. I'm like, yeah, I'm just kidding. So you probably know the bugs better than I do. That's my transition. And now every bug that I'm going to go say, now they're going to go admit to it. So obviously you know the bugs better than I do. I mean, near the lake, the carpenter bees are obviously horrendous. And like, yeah, they've always been. It's like, cool. Well, look. And then you go into it and you add value and then you close, right? And so you just go through that cycle over and over again. The thing is, to sum it up for you, it doesn't matter the question. And this is for renters or whatever it is, how long you've lived around here, you renting, cool, like have they ever done it for you? The idea behind the question is to give you more insight so that you can have a better added value. 1, 2 is to engage the customer, so you're not just talking at them. And 3, it allows you to go have little side comments. So don't get distracted, but I can go say certain things like, "Oh, awesome. How long have you lived around here?" Like 6 months. I'm like, "Sweet. Welcome to the neighborhood, man. Where'd you guys move from?" Okay. And then that's me, by the way, giving them knuckles. And they say they've been here for, or they live down in Mississippi or whatever it was. I'm like, cool. So I side little comment there. Now I'm connecting with them. And then I can go transition, add value, close. Because remember, this is, if I'm just going to go summarize it, the thing that the top salesmen do is they connect with customers, which is they're really good with the icebreaker. They're really good with the intro. They're really good at that part. And then the other part is this, the transition questions. As you're going through the overcoming objection cycle, they're just really good with the transition questions, which makes it human. It allows them to actually connect with the customer. Try this out. Start practicing it. It's just get really good. There's a couple questions you can just go cycle through that make it easier. And as you get better with that, promise you will get a lot more sales.